Hey everybody, happy Friday. We just got back from our vacation yesterday and I look really tired. I am tired. I need a vacation from our vacation, but it was so relaxing to just be at the beach and I don't love long car rides, but I survived. It was about 6 hours and that's a lot for me. The kids travel a whole lot better for me, but anyways, as we were like getting started with our day today, and I was doing some reading and kind of really just having a lazy morning, Brian and I were having some conversations about um, just upcoming things in our lives, and it just kind of sparked this idea of like what I titled this busy equals dizzy. You know, so many of us are busy. Adulting is so busy, and we just have stuff all over the place, so many responsibilities, and it's really hard or it's challenging to fit everything in. Let me wait for Brian. I'm sorry, to fit everything within a 24-hour period, right? And we hear like everybody is the same 24 hours, but you know, it comes down to my mentor says, because I always tell him that I have a really hard time with time management. And he says, it's not time management, it's self management that I struggle with. And I'm like, that's so true. I tend to get distracted with the busy side and not on the productive side. And it always reminds me, and I think I'm going to talk about this at a later time, of something that my dad says is you can be a really hard worker and you basically not getting anything accomplished. He said you could go out in your backyard and with a shovel and just dig. You dig for 8 straight hours. And that's a lot of hard work, right? But at the end of the day, what do you have? You just have one big hole in your backyard. You didn't get anything done. And that has always set out. I use that example all the time because we have to know what we're working towards, and you have to be working towards something or we just get distracted by everything. So very quickly, I just wanted to share something that I do struggle with, and that's self-management and getting everything done, and how to be more productive and less busy, because it is busy. And like I'm crazy. I'm super squirrely, and it really drives Brian bananas because I'll start on something and then it triggers to this, and oh my God, and now I got to go let Kyra out, and I've got to whatever. And then I turn around and I'm just like, I didn't get anything done, and not what I wanted to. And sometimes what I think is work really isn't. So really quickly, just 3 quick tips on how to be more productive and less busy. I've got on my board written up on here. One thing I just want to like, Brian's really good for my balance in life. And sometimes he says that I set expectations too high for myself. I don't think that I do, but really always keep in the back of your mind, do your actions and your expectations match? You know, and so, you know, if my bar is super up here, but I'm spinning circles over here and not being productive, that they're not matched, right? And so now I see that Brian's jumping on. So do your actions and your expectations match? And one thing that is a must in being more productive is creating a schedule. Productive people have schedules, they have systems set in place. And, you know, I'm a work from home mom. And so Brian and I have a business and I work from home. I don't have a boss. I am my own boss. And so it's like I retired from teaching to have that time freedom, but it's really making the most of that freedom. And I don't have a boss telling me, I don't have bells ringing or a boss telling me I have to have this in by this time, but creating that schedule to have everything done. Now that the kids are out for school, things are a little bit more relaxed. Like I said, we just got back from vacation, and I stress each summer of how am I going to get things done, because I don't want to push them to the side, but I don't want to be thrown so far off track, not get my work in, not get my workouts in, not have dinner prepped or whatever, you know, not go play with the kids. And so creating that schedule and that system, and Brian is pretty adamant on that. And I have been reluctant in our household for certain things. He's like, Kathleen, there's nothing wrong with us setting a schedule on maybe some nights he does dinner so I can come into the office, or he does dinner so I just don't have to, or he does this with Kyra, or whatever. You know, we all have different lives. So whatever our system is. Right now, when I'm finished with this, we're going to go out and we're going to declutter our garage, because it's like, about to get to number 2 on declutter, but like you create the system, create the schedule and stick to it, and you get more done. You're less busy, you get more done. And so I know that Brian likes that. The second one I have is to declutter your life, eliminate those distractions. And that's really hard as a mom with little kids. And I'm gonna say it, and Kyra, my puppy, but good God, I am always distracted by her. Like I see that Jenny popped on, and I have a hard time with like shutting the door, putting her in her crate, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't get anything done because of this stupid puppy. And she's not stupid, but it's like baby number 3, and I didn't expect her to be as much hands-on work, and so I've been busy a lot, but I haven't gotten much done because I've allowed those distractions instead of kind of putting her in her place and putting her in her crate for a little bit. I could get so much more done in an hour putting her away than I can having her run in and out, and the James, our cat, just jumping on everything or whatever. So that's just a certain example. But how many of you pick up your phone every single time you get a notification? And so you're like doing something and then you start scrolling, or you reply to a message or an email or whatever, instead of having like set times, like, okay, when I wake up, I'm going to do my reading, I'm going to do my journaling or whatever you do in the morning, and having that set time to have your social media time because it's so accessible all the time. I don't watch, I see you laughing at me, Jimmy. I don't watch TV, not very much. We don't even have cable. I think it's a waste, but that's a whole nother topic. But I do get distracted by my phone really bad. So I have to keep my ringer off and only check it at certain times so I'm not accessible 24 hours a day, because that's not fair to my family. It's not fair to my schedule and things that I need to get done. So number 1, create a system and a schedule. Number 2, eliminate your distractions, whatever that is. Put the puppy in the crate. Tell your kids, hey, I'm going to go get this done, whether it's a workout, you know, we have our gym in our garage, or go do whatever, but you just set those boundaries and those expectations. And then number 3, you guys, this is my hardest one, to focus on one thing at a time. And easier said than done. But like I said, chunk those times of, I'm going to work on this now, or being present with your kids is so important, instead of, how many of you are guilty of doing that, scrolling on your phone, you're like, and they're like, mommy, look at this, mommy, whatever. And it's like, oh my God, this is the first time I sat down today. I just want to check my news feed or whatever, because I'm bad on my phone. Like, that's my distraction. But putting that down and saying, you know what, they deserve me being present. Brian and I have this discussion all the time, and he's like, can we just sit together in the evenings and not touch your phone, or whatever that is for you guys, but being present and schedule that. You know, it's not always easy to be spontaneous as adults and parents, and you just have to schedule that presence, and you can get more done. Because you know what, quality time with Brian, quality time with my kids, that's being productive. That matters, instead of just kind of all coexisting in the room, and Mason's on his tablet and Mia's, you know, building whatever she is, and, you know, Brian's doing his thing. Like, being present in that situation instead of being busy and being dizzy and running around. So yeah, that's it. It was just 3 quick tips, because like, as Brian and I map out our weekend, he was like, we just need to have this plan. And he kind of like, I don't mean to mock you, baby, and make you sound like he's like the dad, but he is the dad of our family. And being scheduled and being planned out is not a bad thing. You get so much more done, and it doesn't have to be down to the minute, but eliminate your distractions. You don't have to be accessible to your phone 24 hours a day, or you know, at everybody's beck and call all the time. And for me, oh my God, like when I'm cleaning my house, it's so hard to focus on one room and then not spiral just everywhere else, because then this and this laundry and then this, and then I need to sweep this, and oh my God, I gotta go do this. Like, that's just exhausting. So focus on being more productive, less busy. I'm going to take my own words of advice, because as the kids are home this summer, I'm going to tell you right now, my excuses are building up as to why I know I won't get things done. So busy people create excuses, and productive people create solutions. So create those solutions, be more productive. Don't have the excuse of it's time management, it's self-management. So how much do you want to be able to manage your own self? And that's it. Happy Friday, you guys. And I get to go clean the garage now because it's on our schedule. So bye.